Asians are cool, blacks are okay. The Middle East is fine as long as it stays away. But there's one thing that I won't do, and that's rest until I've gassed every Jew. We're back to playing RalliSport Challenge 2. Because out of all the Xbox games, the original Xbox games that I'm trying to play right now, this one makes me the least angry. I think if you go back on record and look at... Well, I'm playing about 4. Well, I'm supposed to be playing about 4. I haven't recorded in forever, so I mean, the amount I'm actually playing can vary. But of the 4 Let's Plays I'm allegedly running right now, it's definitely RalliSport Challenge that gets me... Well, RalliSport Challenge 2. RalliSport Challenge 1 still gets me angry. RalliSport Challenge 2, I don't think I've had a single moment of proper anger at this game. Unlike PGR, which I know I titled the last video "This is the last time," but I'm not actually sure if it will be the last time. It should be, but I don't know. Anyway, Air Force Reserve Focus. I don't think I've driven this yet. But even if I have, I don't care. It's a cool car. I mean, it wasn't cool in Ford Racing 3, and whenever I played that game when I was a little babby boy, you know, playing my pewter, I avoided the... Sorry, I'll turn my laptop off. Trying to reduce all the fan noise in here, because the fan noise really pisses me off when I hear it in the background. I really hate how noisy the original Xbox is, and my PS2 Slim is really noisy as well. It's a problem I didn't expect. I should have expected, but didn't, because my 360 was really fucking loud back when I used to play that every day as well. So it's been I'm hearing noises. I hate when I hear noises, because it means there's no one around. I'm fucking ridiculously paranoid about everything all the time, and I don't know why. Oh well, I think it's good to stay noided, you know? That's an old school Death Grips reference. I was talking about something. Fuck, I hate when I do this. And I hate when I listen back to this as well, because I go off on a billion tangents, and I just want to hear what I was talking about, and now I can't remember. We'll go back to the Ford Racing 3 thing, because I've been actually playing a little bit of Ford Racing 3 these last couple of days on the old PS2, because I don't play it on PC anymore. The car models... I mean, I should probably talk about this when I actually get around to playing Ford Racing 3, which, I mean, considering the way that PGR is going going to be some time, so I might as well talk about it now. And then by the time Ford Racing 3 comes around, I can just talk about it again, because everyone will have forgotten. The graphics on the PC version, as you might imagine, are better. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that. You know, although to be fair, it's a game from 2004 that I've been playing on, you know, much more recent hardware. I can't remember. To be honest, the only game I really played when I was 4 years old was this Bob the Builder one. So I can't really tell you how it looked around that time, but you know. But, however, one thing in the PS2 version of Ford Racing 3 is so massively improved over the PC version. I mean, the PS2 version better than the PC version. There's one thing about it that's so much better that it is undoubtedly the superior version of the game. And that is the fact that when the sun... Say if I was going under this bridge here, like that, or this Red Bull thing. In the PS2 version, those actually blot out the sun. Alright? In the PC version, those cause it to flicker as if you were going under a tree. And there are a couple of tracks where you spend a fair bit of time driving towards the sun, so it's in your eyes. And then you go under a bridge and it just starts strobing. And I mean, I'm not epileptic, which is good. My cousin is, but he's not photosensitive epileptic. He just gets seizures. I mean, I'm not going to go into what's wrong with him, because I'm not entirely sure myself. But, you know, and it's not like I care about the visually impaired or anything, because I'm going to end up visually impaired myself because of how much time I spend staring at screens every day. I swear I'm already going short-sighted. The fucked up thing is that if I can focus somewhere for long enough and then turn my attention to a screen, I can actually see the words on it, and then the longer I look at it, the blurrier they get. And I don't know how to explain that to an optician without sounding like a mad lad. So I think I should just avoid bringing it up. And then if I get, you know, given glasses, I'll just not wear them. That's my ultimate end goal. Or my game plan, that is. That's my game plan. This is going on forever. This is the longest crossover race. I've actually come into this with something to talk about. I've been trying to get into the old BMXing, right? I can't remember why I decided to do... Oh, it was because I've had Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX 2 for the PS2 for must be a couple of months now, but I haven't really actually played it. Or didn't really actually play it until the other week, right? Because my sister and her new skateboard that she has, which she barely... I've seen her barely on recently. When she first got it, she was out there, you know, a couple of hours daily. But now, you know, pretty much nothing. Which is, I guess, what you expect when you get a kid a skateboard or something like that they think will be interesting. She can't even ollie. She can get it up in the air, but she can't land it, I think. Was the last time she tried anything. But I remembered, upon seeing that I had an BMX. And I've had an BMX since I was about 9. It's a Matt Hoffman one. No one remembers who Matt Hoffman is anymore, but I do. Mostly because I still watch my videotape of the 2001 Philadelphia X Games, like, every few months. So, of course, I know who Matt Hoffman is. And Dave Mirra, because I've got his game, and all these people. And if this is going to be in the dark, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Because I can't see shit on this track. And this BMW is all over the place. And that's not just because it's ice, because some of the ice cars actually grip. Not this one. Yeah, so I've been trying to do the old BMXing. Me and Shane, he went down the skate park. He's got an skateboard. He also borrowed my sister's BMX because she barely touches that anymore, neither. And, you know, BMXs are the same size. So I don't think it really matters that it's my sister's one. A BMX is a BMX. I don't know if there's you know how girls' bikes have the frame lower so they can step over it without flashing everyone. That's sexist now. You're not allowed to have that anymore. Women are allowed to fuck whoever they want and then kill a million babies at this point. But that's not important. The important thing is that the BMX was fine. Only the BMX turned out not to be fine, because on our second trip, which was, I'm recording this on, it is now a Tuesday. I'm gonna say Tuesday. Yeah, definitely Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. It's the Tuesday before this goes up. This goes up on a Monday, so this will go out in a week's time. Just a bit less. So our second trip to the skate park was Friday. So when this goes up, it'll be Monday, so you go back to Friday and then go to a week before that. Basically, I fell off, right? I was doing some, you know, I'm trying to get the basics down. I'm just going up and down in the half pipe, getting my wheel up to the lip of the jump, and then coming back down. I had my 180 turns, you know, up and down. I had those pretty tight. I was doing okay, actually. I was doing okay. And then I wasn't wearing the helmet at that point, so I put the helmet on, and I said, "All right, dude, I'm gonna see if I can get all the way up onto the top of the half-pipe thing, you know, to park instead of going off the skate park and going round onto the grassy hill that goes up behind the half-pipe and climbing on it from that side. I also wasn't actually dropping into the half-pipe. I was going in on the this smaller, sort of smoothed out ramp for babies to go in on. Because, you know, like I said, I'm just trying to get the basics down. So he's like, alright dude. So I put the helmet on, because I know I'm going to fuck it up. And oh boy, did I fuck it up, right? I go in to the half-pipe, whoop, up and down one wall, and then I decide this isn't going to work. I should bail. So I just gently point the bike away from the next wall, and then it hits a patch of dust and then smacks me to the ground at maximum speed. I wasn't even going very fast, you know? I just thump like that. I didn't even have time to realise I was falling over before my head bounced off the ground. And the helmet didn't do fucking anything because I landed on my eyebrow, alright? I have one of those, you know, the helmets that they give Down syndrome kids. The ones that don't actually cover any of the important parts. It's just like the brain. Which I guess is the most important part, but you know, I'm getting a full face helmet is what I've decided if I'm going to do anything on the BMX again. Because, you know, there's this kid doing GCSEs at my school right now who was in a coma because he fell off his push bike without a crash helmet. He was in a coma, and then when he woke up, he's stuck with the brain of a 6-year-old forever. And I said he'd be better off dead at that point. You know, they were... Because he was in a coma for like a year, and they were thinking of turning off the life support. And, you know, they came back and he's going to be a 6-year-old forever. I said, well, maybe they should have. And then, you know, my history class is small, but everyone, including my friends, well, I mean, they're not my close friends, they're just my friends that I have at school now, because most of my friends are in different classes at this point. In fact, we're all done with classes, it's just exams, and then summer, and then university. But that's not the point. Point is, they all looked at me like I was some kind of mentalist, but I think... I genuinely think he'd be better off dead. The point is, I don't want to end up like that. Also, where I landed, I smacked down on my writing arm, which is bad because it's currently exam season. And apparently I've got a very minor fracture in my right elbow. My fingers are all fine. My shoulder, the muscle locks up every now and again, but my dad thinks I'm just holding it funny to try and protect my elbow, so I just have to, you know, bring my shoulder around in a circle every so often, and it's fine. But my right elbow, I can't straighten it, and I can't bend it all the way. But I've got, since it happened, I've got so much movement back that, you know, sometimes I forget it's supposed to be injured. I'm going in to see the fracture people at the hospital on Thursday, but, you know, I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Anyway, that was this episode of RalliSport Challenge 2. I think I'm going to do a rally next week, the UK rally. And it's 4 stages, so I don't know if I'll actually have time to do anything else. But, you know, we'll give it a look at. It's always worth giving it a look at. And, also thinking about maybe recording some more Persona 3 with Shamey today to put on Bidley. I don't know. We'll, I haven't asked him about it yet. I'll have to do that.